Hi there, I'm Dr. Megor. We're fast approaching the end of 2019 and it's very exciting, and at the same time I can see so many people getting ready to hit the ground running in 2020. A lot of people setting their goals and their vision and their objectives. I mean, it's really good to see. No dulling, like all of us must make sure that we are fulfilling purpose, which is great. While all these things are great, and I'm sure you'll agree with me about that, I want to ask you a question. What are your goals for your kids in 2020? Do your kids have any goals of theirs? And if they do, how do you plan to help them hit the marks? If they don't, depending on their ages, how can you be more intentional as a parent in each of their lives to help them actually become the very best, to equip them for their future and help them become the very best that they've been created to be? So, this thought actually hit me this year while I was writing my own. So I've never had goals for my kids before, in fairness, but it just hit me and I was like, interesting, why not? So I decided to work on it. For me, my kids are still pretty young, and so my first surprise actually was how much they love the idea and they're actually excited to work on their own project. So I decided to do this video so I could just share with you quickly a few tips just to get you thinking about it, and if it's something that you would like to do, to encourage you to do that. I think that the outcome is really going to be great. So depending on their ages, you want to actually involve them in articulating what they would like to work towards achieving next year. We're often quick to just think that, oh yes, so you need to do this and you need to do that. There is that part as a parent, yes, where your kids might not even like it, but you know that it's good for them, there is. But also I think you need to also have some goals that they're excited about doing, and that will actually help them and motivate them to get it done faster. So help them to actually write it down, task each child, like I said, depending on their ages, to write it down if you need to do, or find a picture. Sometimes if a child cannot write yet, find a picture that articulates what it is that you guys want to work on, and then put it up on their wall, let them write the vision, make it plain, so that they read it and then they can run with it. Now break those goals into each quarter and then each month. List what each party involved is going to need to do to get it done. For example, you're the parent, your child may have shown interest in 2009 in some things, maybe baking or art or sports, whatever it may be. So you need to find out if she is willing to deepen her knowledge and skills in this area, and if so, how can you harness it? And so in what part you may play, you may need to get a teacher, you may need to register for extra classes or a new weekend activity. And this is also a good time for you to factor in the cost of this into your 2020 budget as well. What if you have a child who wants to start a business and earn an income? Instead of saying wait until you're older, I think one unfortunate thing in around our part of the world, I mean, this is Nigeria, is how that many of us actually get to do our very first jobs after we finish the university. I think that is a huge waste, and I think it's so wrong. So as soon as your kids are interested, and even before they are interested, you make them interested, and begin to help them with those things. So if a child wants to do something like that, you can actually help to sit down and say, okay, what are you good at? And what are the things you're good at that we can make money from? Trust me, these are great foundations for the future. You might not see it now, but when a child sees an idea of his actually come to light, you're able to go through that process to actually produce something, and then he can see it. I mean, that just fires the child up for life. And the child is able to say, okay, I can really do whatever it is I place my mind upon to do, and I can create things from my mind and, create solutions and, solve problems around me. So for you as a parent, you may also have goals for next year, like how you would like to spend more time with your kids, how you like to be the one to supervise your child's assignment. Quantify it, don't just say spend more time with the kids. We know how busy we can be. So for you, you can say, okay, do I want to have 30 minutes or 1 hour of uninterrupted play where it's not, stop that, wear your dress, eat your food, blah, 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 but it's just, a nice time to just bond and do something, an activity together, or whether it's that you want to be the one helping them with something in particular. Well, whatever it may be, just share these goals with your children. Yes, I know it's a trap, right? But it's actually supposed to help them to hold you accountable. And trust me, they would love this. They will do their part very well. In fact, too well, if you ask me. Anyway, I hope I've been able to get you thinking about some things that you may want to implement for the good of your child in 2020. So until my next video, don't forget to spread the love. Don't learn alone. Come on, please share, like, and subscribe. See you next time.